Hey fam, this is Kanisha with Peace, Love, and Faith. Today I want to talk about what the divine masculine is moving through when he gets a little quiet on you. Maybe he recluse, he goes into hermit mode, he just pulls his energy back, and ultimately why it's really important that we don't take it personally and that it actually has absolutely nothing to do with you. So before we get started, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're looking for coaching, you will find my link down in the description. And ultimately, I am here to help you into your harmonious union with your ultimate lover and also heal any negative self-concept and programming that you have that you've picked up from childhood, and really reprogram your mind with positive just self-concept, affirmations, way of thinking, so that you can attract and manifest your best life because you deserve it. All right, so divine masculines, what are they moving through? I feel like I need to sit back and like grab my drink and just kind of because we all know the divine masculine can feel a little complicated. They can feel a little all over the place. I know my masculine can sometimes feel a little moody, but you know what? We love them anyways. So ultimately, what are they moving through? Well, one of the things that I've learned about the divine masculines is that they have a very hard time expressing what they are feeling and what they are moving through. And so if you find that your divine masculine has gotten quiet or maybe isn't responding to text messages, ultimately just isn't really showing up like they usually do, then it's because they are moving through their process. They are moving through their inner work, and it's going to look different than the divine feminine. As divine feminines, we love to talk. We love to talk right away. We want to get it fixed. We want to get it taken care of. Let's do this right now. So ultimately, we have to respect and acknowledge their process of going within in their own way. There is a reason why men have man caves, okay, y'all? Like, let's just like really think about this. There is a reason. Men, divine masculines, require a lot of space, and that is okay. But that will shift a little bit. It will change. You will know that your man truly loves you when they invite you into that space, even though they need space. And so that is something I've noticed, is even when my divine masculine needs space, there has been times where he still invites me into that space, and I just hang out with him while he's playing his video games, or I'll just talk with him on the phone, whatever it is that allows him to still move through his process, but he still allows me in that space, which I really appreciate. But ultimately, they are moving through a lot of things. I find that a lot of them are moving through feeling unworthy. This is something I've noticed within my own union, is that we'll come together, we'll have a really beautiful time, we go closer together, mostly energetically, and you can just feel it. But then like the following week, he gets kind of quiet and he pulls back a little bit. And ultimately, he's also reflecting to me my fear of, when we get closer, is he going to abandon? Is he going to go the opposite direction? And then, of course, he's got to mirror to me my beliefs. So I've had to really hone in on what I'm believing and thinking, and really letting go of the same pattern and expecting the same thing. And so I had to make a choice to recognize how I feel after spending time with my divine masculine and know that he's not going anywhere. This has been one of my biggest upsets, is the fear of abandonment. And you will find that a lot within actually all people. I was going to say anxious attachments, but even avoidant attachments avoid because they don't want to be abandoned. So that is usually one of the biggest core upsets for most people, is this fear that they will be abandoned or that they will be hurt in love. So that is ultimately what they're moving through too, is moving through their fears. Fear of intimacy, fear of closeness, fear of sometimes their fear of attaching, like they feel so intense about you and they just want to be around you, that it will tend to bring up things like impulsive acting, or acting impulsively. They'll find themselves feeling possessive, which can freak them out. So they'll just take a step back because they don't want to be possessive. However, they're very protective of you. It, like divine feminines, I don't think you realize how much you bring out for the divine masculine, to where sometimes they're actually kind of mad at you that you make them feel this way. And so allow them space, allow them to process, allow them to move through the way that they need to. But ultimately, it really is that they're just having a hard time processing and coming to terms of how they feel, because the majority of them have never felt this way about anyone before. So you can, if you want to, take it as a compliment, like, oh my gosh, I make them feel this kind of way. But in truth, it can feel very overwhelming for them, and it can feel like a lot, and it can make them want to run, which is why you get that runner energy, and ultimately, like, recluse in. But they can't run from it. They can't run from you. They can't run from thinking about you. They can't deny their feeling, or they can deny their feelings, but it's going to just keep coming back, especially if they are truly your divine counterpart. They are going to find themselves kind of always coming back to you. The universe always bringing them back to you, whether it's signs, synchronicities, things that they may never thought that was going to remind them of you, but it does. And so they are moving through their own process. It just looks a little different. Once they move through it and they're feeling a little bit more confident and they're feeling more secure in themselves, they will come back. Don't worry. Like, your true twin flame can never abandon you. They can't actually go anywhere, because if you're truly doing the work, they're going to be naturally attracted right back to you. And in truth, that is really what a lot of them are working in as well, is having to know that they're worthy, that they're enough. The divine masculine really is letting go of the belief that they have to earn their worth, that they have to do that by going out in the world and taking action and creating things, but in truth, they're inherently worthy. And so this is what a lot of the divine masculine collective is working through, is letting go of having to earn their worth. And that is including their divine feminine. They almost feel like they have to earn her love, that they have to prove that they are worthy of her, but a lot of them feel unworthy of her, because the divine feminine is just like, we're just fantastic. But so are they. And that's part of their purpose, and part of their purpose of their healing is healing through that, and really seeing their truth, that they are worthy of the divine feminine's love, that they were created to receive her love and to give her love and to be part of her protection and to be with her in this lifetime. And so what you can do, divine feminines, is really focus on your healing, focus on looking at and moving through the places where you feel unworthy or not enough, the places where you're internalizing and thinking that you're the problem when they're not reaching out or communicating with you. When you think that way, that is letting me know that you are moving through insecurities too, which is what they're mirroring to you. You are not responsible for that. Your divine masculine, you're not responsible for their healing. You are not responsible for how they receive you or perceive you. You're responsible for your healing and for loving yourself. And so you can heal things within your union for your divine masculine, but you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for your union. So for example, say my divine masculine, I had to work through this one for a minute, where he would not acknowledge the fact that he was avoiding, and I could see it. Like, this man is avoiding massively. And it wasn't like he was just avoiding me. There would be moments where he would avoid me, but ultimately he was avoiding his patterns. He was avoiding what his family was showing him. He was avoiding how he was feeling about things. And this was driving me nuts, because I'm like, this man is never going to heal it. But that was one of the things that I had to heal within myself, was that I had to trust his process. I had to trust that he was going to heal. I had to trust that he was going to take full responsibility of his reality, because if he's truly my true twin flame, if he's truly my divine counterpart, and we share one consciousness, we share one soul, there is no way that we can make two different choices. So if I'm choosing to take full responsibility of me, if I'm choosing to do my inner work, I have to best believe my man is doing the same thing. And time again, it's shown up as just that. So I've learned that I can trust him in this space. But ultimately, they are working through their process of coming into union. And so what I had to make the choice of was feel my feelings about him avoiding. How do I feel about that? And then mirror back to myself, where am I avoiding? And guess what? Eventually, we ended up having a conversation where he said something along the lines of like, you know, what I'm doing best is procrastinating and avoiding because that's what I do. And I'm avoiding because this, and this is what I'm learning. This is what I've acknowledged. And then he also let go of the avoiding and just did the thing he needed to do, which proved to me that he is more than capable of healing and doing what he needs to do on his side of our union, and that I don't have to do it by myself, nor am I doing it by myself. But his process looks a little different than mine, and I have to acknowledge that and respect it. So when the divine masculine is quiet, it does not mean they're not doing anything, or that they're lollygagging, or that they're acting like you don't exist. It's actually the complete opposite. They're trying to get themselves in a more positive space. A lot of them do not want to bring you into the turmoil that they're moving through because you're such a light to them that they're not going to try to dim your light in any way. So they're going to actually recluse and go inwardly because they're trying to protect you. Isn't that crazy? That is not how I saw it at first. I took it as you want nothing to do with me and you're ignoring me and avoiding me. No, it's the complete opposite. They love you so much that they want to protect you even from them. And so a lot of the times they just have to move through it on their own. But in truth, you're holding space for them. You're one with them at the core. You're never separate. You're always moving through it together. And as you move through your feelings around it, you help them move through it much quicker. So if you find that your divine masculine is quiet, is not communicating, is just not wanting to interact with you at this moment in time, I really, again, highly recommend, if you can, not to take it personal. If you're having a hard time with that, please feel free to reach out and I can help you move through some of those things. But ultimately, it's because they're healing, they're moving through their own process, and just be patient and compassionate with them as they move through it. They're doing it because they want to be in union with you. They're doing it because their soul is calling for them to heal in this space, to harmonize with you, themselves, and their creator. It's not easy work. So you got to be compassionate and gentle with them as they move through it. But if they're truly your divine counterpart and you're moving through your own inner work, it is not possible for them not to move through their inner work. They have to, because you're one soul. You make the choice together. So I hope this is helpful. Know that your divine masculine absolutely loves you with every cell of their being. They adore you above anyone else. And in their heart of heart, they desire to be with you fully and completely. But they also know that you deserve a divine masculine who is going to do what he says he does. It says that he's going to. They're really working on becoming the best version of themselves, that they're honoring their integrity, that they're honoring themselves and respecting themselves, that they have healthy boundaries, that they're approaching you correctly, that they're honoring your boundaries, and that they're really loving you the way that you deserve to be loved. But the only way they can do that is by loving themselves first and really giving to themselves. And if that means they have to take time away from the union, in the physical, because really you can't leave the union inwardly, but from the physical, it's okay. They're not going anywhere. They're just healing. Okay. So I hope this is helpful, and it's okay to just allow them the space to move through what they need to. They will come back, especially if they're truly your divine masculine. They will come back. It's inevitable. They are just attracted to you. So definitely, again, check out the link below for coaching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps get this to everyone and anyone who needs it. And I just really appreciate you supporting my channel. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I will see you guys soon. Take care.